that the baby has the royal bloodline of the King of the Jews.
Check.
And that the shepherds were actual eyewitnesses of the baby's birth in Bethlehem.
Check.
And the angels confirmed that the little baby boy was sent from heaven's throne and was indeed
the Savior of the world.
It's time to find those kings.
Why don't you just Google wise men?
Nothing. It just showed a song.
Look at the words.
The words! Of course. Glad I thought of it. We three kings of Orient are carrying gifts. We travel so far. Hey, I wonder what gifts they brought the baby.
Gold. Frankincense.
Myrrh! Really? Sure doesn't sound like gifts for a baby.
But for this baby, these are perfect gifts. For a baby that was born the King of Kings.
Well, why didn't you three return and tell Herod where he was?
For real? You're really asking that?
Yes, for real. If you three guys hadn't returned like you said you would, I wouldn't be in this awful position. Herod wants to worship the baby. He said so.
He wasn't the worshiping type, if you know what I mean.
Charlotte, why don't you just Google? I think there's a few more people you should talk to.
Who? Dr. Phil? Nancy Grace?
Oh, silly. It's my Uncle Benjamin. You see, he and his wife run a little inn close by where the baby was born, except it was out back in the stable. I've heard my uncle say so many times, if I knew then what I know now, I've never understood what that meant until now. Now, after all this evidence, it makes sense.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
So you know it's it that Sherlock and the librarian become partners in crime solving. Their search will end with Uncle Benjamin and his wife. Their story will touch Sherlock in a personal way.
If I knew what I know now, things would be different somehow. I can't get over it, the best that I could give. If only I knew then what I know now. If I knew then what I know now. Before his manger bed I found, just like the shepherds stood with wonder at the sight, the miracle of heaven born at night. Who would have thought that a dangerous home would cradle the King and the Lord of all? And who would have thought on that wondrous night heaven would send us a holy light? Now we know more than they did then, more than they did then, about the child of Bethlehem, the child of Bethlehem. He is my Savior, and I worship Him alone. I choose for Him to make my heart His home. We know more than they did then. We know more than they did then. When they are Lord will come again. When they are Lord will come again. Not as a baby in a baby stall, but as a mighty King and Lord of all. He was my firstborn, a son. She